Hello, all my subscribers. So, I know I'm kind of not wearing the best clothing for this, but anyway, that's besides the point. I know I'm in my pajamas, and there's the interesting intro I got. I'm actually filming this, as you can tell, in a completely different location, but figured why not. So, as promised, this will be my book/movie review of Schindler's List. So let's go ahead and start off with the book first, because the movie is probably going to be the longer part of this video. I just read the book recently. I knew the movie was based off a book, but I didn't read it till just now. But gotta say, Thomas Keneally wrote a pretty solid book, and I can see why he wrote it. And the great tribute was because Oskar Schindler, I learned a lot about him I would not have known just from the film. And my gosh, R.I.P. Oskar Schindler. And I gotta say this too. He may have died a poor man, but not a single cent could have bought the gratitude that those many people he rescued from the absolute horrible events of the Holocaust. Also, if I randomly burst into tears, I apologize, because this movie, it really gets to me, and it really did the first time. I said I'd never watch it again, but I want to watch it one more time, just after reading the book. But, yeah. Also, I was watching some tributes to Robin Williams, so I'm going to say that right there. I was watching some Robin Williams tributes, and absolute legend, but I'm not going to probably make a video at least till August, because, or maybe when his birthday is, would be, because it would have been his 70th, it would have been his 73rd birthday coming up this year. But I don't know. I might just do like a big video reviewing all my favorite Robin Williams movies, maybe do a little tribute, because I will say this, that short film you made there, yes, Short Round from Indiana Jones, he inspired me with his "Don't Give Up on Your Dreams" speech, which is kind of fitting because it does relate to Steven Spielberg, the director of the movie. But before I get back to the book, I guess I'll also add to, it was also Steven Spielberg's movie The Fabelmans. But yeah. The other thing too that did kind of inspire me to get going on that short film I told you about, and the various others that are in various phases of development that I'm making. Robin Williams with the movie Dead Poets Society. I might get a review for that coming up sometime. But yeah, like what he said, you know, "Oh Captain, my Captain, seize the day," and it's what I'm doing now. So yeah, I'm seizing that day. And words and ideas do have meaning and are powerful, like what John Keating said. Anyway, back to Schindler's List, the book. The length of this book was actually not too long, and I gotta say this too, I thought it was going to be a bit of a hard read with how emotional it was, which it definitely was. There's no denying. Let me put it to you this way, you better have tissues on standby before you read this book, because my sweet lord, it was an emotional gut punch, just like the movie. And honestly, after reading the book, I gotta say, I feel like both adaptations, I'm going to say this right now, use their medium the best. The book really delved deep into the psyche of Oskar Schindler, and also all the other characters, along with Amon Goth, the villain in the movie, played by Ralph Fiennes. I'm going to go ahead and just show a few of the characters from the movie, because that's probably the way most people recognize them. But also, here's a photo of the real-life Oskar Schindler and Amon Goth. But yeah, let's just say it was a little spine-chilling, but I don't know, fun, or maybe not fun, but cool to really, you know, see the psyche of Oskar Schindler. But not really Oscar, but Amon Goth, like, that guy was an absolute piece of shit scumbag, let me put it to you that way. That guy, oh my gosh. He should not have died by hanging. I think he should have received a more painful death for all the frickin' pain and suffering he caused to all the many people. So, yeah. But I'm not going to go into detail on that, as I do try to keep this channel relatively clean. So, yeah. Well, outside when I slip with an F-bomb every now and then, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, overall, solid book, and I can definitely see why Steven Spielberg took many years to get it made, because he really was facing a hard challenge, and but he definitely paid it off, and overall, this book is a great book. So that's the book review section of this for Schindler's List. Now let's go ahead and go into the movie review. So yeah, wow, what can I say? Steven Spielberg really just used everything great about cinema for this movie. Whether it was the visuals or the great performances he was able to get out of Liam Neeson and Ralph Fiennes and just about everyone else. Oh, and Ben Kingsley, and many scenes. I think one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best scenes in the movie. You know, I believe it was in the book, but I don't think it was. It wasn't really. The setups and the payoffs weren't as amazing as they were in the film, but I really like the scene where the accountant Stern, I forget his first name, but Stern, he's played by Ben Kingsley. I think it's Ezekiel, something like that. I don't know, but I like the scene where he grabs the book. All right, I'm just going to use an example. This is my book of Shutter Island. Yeah, it's the next book, so probably my next review coming here, Shutter Island. But yeah, where he's holding up the list, and he says, "The list is an absolute good. The list is life. In its margins lies salvation for many, many people." Ooh boy, yeah, let's just say, also like the book, it's best to have some tissues while watching this movie. It is not an easy movie to get through. Let me just put it to you that way. Oh boy, just quoting that scene is kind of making me tear up a little bit. Oh boy, here I was thinking I cried all the tears I had for the day, but apparently not. Oh boy. Alright, let's try to keep together. Oh boy, filming this was a little harder than I expected it to be. But, yeah. I just really enjoyed just about every aspect of it, though it has a long run time. Every minute of it is warranted. I did love Spielberg's choice to also film it in black and white to give it the documentary-like feel, and also the very limited use of color, like the girl in the red dress. And I think he tried to use that as like symbolism for the innocence that was swept away during the absolute horrid events of the Holocaust. And let me put it to you this way, I'm going to say this right here, right now. Any of you motherfuckers have hate on any of these groups, or you try to say anything like Hitler wasn't wrong, or anything like that, you motherfuckers can fuck off from my channel right now. Fuck off. There's the fucking door. I don't have time for your bullshit. So, I'm going to say right now, if I'm calling you out with your precious, fragile little ego, get the fuck out of my channel. I don't want you enjoying it, so there's the fucking door. Anyway, that rant aside, I can't believe we live in a world where I have to say that now, but unfortunately, I think alright, fine, I'm gonna say it. These motherfuckers gonna get pissed at me. I don't give a shit. In a post-Donald Trump world, apparently that's something you gotta fucking look out for, apparently, in a post-Donald Trump world. Thanks a lot, you motherfucker. But, yeah. Just had to say that. And, oh my sweet lord. Yeah. Whew. Anyway, oh boy. Let's get back to talk about the movie. Oh boy, that was a detour I was not expecting. So, I guess I'll go ahead and discuss the music. done by the legendary John Williams. For copyright reasons, I'm probably only going to be able to play a little snippet of it, but the main cello theme of Schindler's List is absolutely wonderful and very gut-wrenching. It definitely contributes with the visuals and dialogue and everything else on how emotional this film is. And yeah. Also, not to downplay it, but that cello theme was done by someone else, but nonetheless, John Williams still worked with him. I think his name was, it's not Ezekiel. I can't pronounce his first name, but Perlman is his last name. Him and John Williams teamed up on the score for this movie, and they really worked wonders. I even like how, from what I heard, John Williams wasn't wanting to do this score, but Spielberg said it should be someone else who does this, but he's like, all the best composers are dead. And I guess that was the only encouragement he needed to get on making this movie. But yeah, it was definitely quite emotional. And yeah, let's just say also too, Liam Neeson, my gosh, despite not being able to, really go into his psyche, the film could only do so much, plus the film had to balance the other characters and everything. Nonetheless, he gave a really great performance and really embodied Oskar Schindler, and the scene that probably embodies that the best is near the end, when he's tearing up, because I guess Oskar Schindler knows he did a lot. He helped, he saved many lives, but the tragedy of the situation is, like what he said, he could have done more. And oh boy, that scene always gets me. It's a real gut punch every time. But yeah. Nonetheless, he still did do a lot of good with what he was able to do. And oh yeah, that was the thing about him. Oh boy, I remember during that scene. It always gets me when he's all like, I could have done more. I could have done more. Gosh dang. But I did like how Stern was saying, you've done a lot, and these people are going to be forever grateful for it. Oh boy. As you can tell, the book and the movie, they're emotional journeys. But I ain't gonna suppress my emotions on camera with you guys. It's just, yeah. We're not doing that here. That's not this channel. And, yeah. Anyway, I guess the last thing too I want to highlight that I really liked is the end scene where it shows the actors who played all these characters. And at the time this movie was filmed, apparently, the real life survivors of the Holocaust that went to Oskar Schindler's tombstone in Jerusalem to do this little tribute to him. But yeah, it's absolutely wonderful, and it's one of the few scenes that take place in color in this movie, and they all place a little rock to honor Oskar Schindler, and yeah, the last person to do it, from every account I've heard, and gosh dang, all the more reason why. I know he's gotten a little heat as of lately over some of his comments, but nonetheless, he's still a pretty awesome guy, and for this, I'm going to be forever grateful for him, and that's Liam Neeson. Really like how he grabs a rose and he sets it on the tombstone of Oskar Schindler. And as he does that, sets that on there, and it was kind of like his way of saying how grateful he was for playing a character like Oskar Schindler. And despite what happened to him later in life, because he did go poor due to what he invested in, I guess, helping save all the various Jewish people he saved. Some of his businesses went, or not businesses, his business went bankrupt. But one thing which was a nice detail that I did notice upon reading it in the book, he specifically rescued those who probably would have been the first to be executed, and saved the elderly and those who were disabled, and all the children, and yeah, it was just Oscar Schindler may have started off as a Nazi, but he definitely wised up and realized that this is not me, and I'm going to help these people. And he definitely was able to turn a new leaf and do some great things and help save all the various Jewish people he saved. And no cent will ever buy the gratitude that those he saved will have for him forever. Well, I don't think I have too much left to say on this movie. I think I've said just about everything on the book and the movie, so yeah. Make sure you got some tissues if you read the book. Make sure you have some tissues if you watch the movie. Great nonetheless, though. I definitely say you need to at least watch Schindler's List once. I'm only going to watch it one more time because I want to compare the book, like compare them both, you know, see them. And I just finished the Godfather book recently, actually. So up next is probably going to be my book review of The Godfather, along with movie review. So this is both a book and movie review. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.